Hi everybody, Wave 3 News meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with a Hokie video blog for this Saturday morning, October 8th, 2016. We continue to track Hurricane Matthew, not only us here in Louisville, but our NBC affiliate and Raycom sister station out in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. As of this recording, this is the live feed out there from their website, WMBF.com, and you'll notice that they're in wall-to-wall severe weather hurricane mode. Brian Good's out there. If you watch the stream long enough here as we head throughout the morning, you may see him out there. We've seen him reporting from live in the studio there as he helps out WMBF News with their hurricane coverage. A major hurricane, of course, being downgraded to a Category 2, but the downgrade should not be any less of a threat for folks out there because we're talking rainfall, and storm surge. Those two big problems for those folks out there. Multiple flash flood warnings from Charleston up toward Sumter, South Carolina at this time. Even picking up some isolated tornado spin-up tornado warnings near the Wilmington area a little bit ago. That has since expired, but we'll continue to watch that for that right front quadrant of the storm up near North Carolina. The eye may make landfall on shore, may get very close, or do it this morning. It's kind of straddling the coast near Charleston right now, and we'll see if it indeed does move ashore. Otherwise, it's a powerful storm. It's 105 mile per hour sustained winds, gust of 125. That current track on it juts it off to the east once it moves toward Wilmington, Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, and curves it all the way back down south again toward the Bahamas. Now, it's going to be a tropical depression by that time. Shouldn't be a huge deal, but of course more rainfall and wind for folks who don't need it. They just went through Hurricane Matthew and the hurricane state of it. Now they're going to get the tropical depression part of it. A lot of questions on Facebook. Will this go back into the Gulf and create a hurricane? No, I don't think so at this point. This is pretty much expending all of its energy right here. And I don't think the upper air currents are going to be situated in such a way that that would be a real big probability. Otherwise, it's the hurricane force winds that we're concerned about. Charleston, Myrtle Beach, both under the highest probability of that. Of course, they're already seeing the tropical storm force winds and some hurricane force wind gusts too. We've had 90 mile per hour plus wind gusts reported. Tybee Island out there in South Carolina, they reported that this morning, and likely going to see that more toward Charleston too as this eye wall continues to move toward areas of the low country. Now, we've got rainfall totals already at 7 inches or higher in South Carolina, and we're going to add a lot more to it. In fact, North Carolina getting in a lot of rainfall, maybe a foot in some spots, just because the storm, as it pivots to the east, will do so very slowly, and as it curves on to the south, it'll kind of meander over this general vicinity here for a little bit. So that's going to be a problem for folks all across the Carolinas. Got a beautiful sunrise this morning, though. A few clouds off to the east with the remnants of that cold front. Now we're seeing clear skies overhead. The wind gusts have been an issue this morning. We've had up to 24 mile per hour wind gusts here in Louisville. Fort Knox sitting at 18 miles per hour as of 7 o'clock this morning. Could pick up some of those 25 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts this afternoon. You'll notice temperatures in the 40s to our west, 60s to our east, all because of that cold front moving in. That's just ground clutter there on the radar. You'll see the cold front off to our east. There's Matthew to the south and east. Plenty of clear air between here and the Midwest and the Plain States. So that means a nice clear forecast for us over the next several days. With those wind gusts today, if you're heading out to the Aviation Heritage Festival at Bowman Field, they've got the balloon rally there at 8:30. They may have problems with that because the winds may be just too elevated to get those balloons off the ground. It's usually around somewhere around 10, 12, 13, 15 miles an hour where they have to say, nope, we can't do it. So it's up to them to decide when they can do the balloons or not. So we'll see how that goes. Those wind gusts, of course, in the 20s, that may be a big problem for them. 7-day breakdown showing us Saturday and Sunday both looking good. For the Ironman, by the way, that's taking place tomorrow morning. Very chilly, 49 degrees. Ouch! At least that water will be at 74, but still, I mean, you're going to have a wetsuit for that out there. Temperatures in the lower 70s at 4 o'clock. Plenty of sunshine. The river levels, this is live river data here from the National Weather Service, and it's showing us that we're in good shape right at the pool level of 12 feet because we have not had any rain in quite some time. In fact, our last front last night passed through nice and dry, so not a drop here in the city of Louisville. We'll be in the upper 70s by Wednesday. A couple cool fronts moving through Wednesday and Friday, but I don't really see much rainfall out of these. The Wednesday one may be completely dry, and consequently the Friday one may be as well. It's just so much dry air around here this time of year. It's really hard to get a substantial cold front. We're not in a drought. It's not rained in a while, but the drought monitor says we're not in a drought just because it's typically dry around here. If you've got plants and agriculture, you're usually pretty used to this happening, this time of year. So it's not a huge deal. 80s, by the way, 15th through the 18th in our forecast now. Both the GFS and the Euro going pretty gung-ho with those 80s there. And as we head toward the 20th and the 21st, we should be in the 60s. Possibly. That's iffy. Once you get about 10 days out on this forecast, things get a little iffy. So come back to us on that one. We'll give you the latest updates throughout the week. I am off tomorrow morning, but I will see you on Sunday night edition of Wave 3 News at 6 and 11. See you then.